Nosedive is an episode of the sci-fi television series Black Mirror and was released in 2016. The episode tells the story of a social climber named Lacey Pound who wishes to move into a luxurious new home and mix with quality people. Typically, technology plays a vital role in the lives of this episode's characters and their understanding of social normality. In this chillingly familiar reality, the majority of the population use a single social media platform to rate people with whom they share an interaction. Every exchange of words, and on occasion mere observations, lead to a rating being issued, which, when collated with others, make up a person's overall rating. Through the wonder of augmented reality, a person's rating is visible to everyone within their line of sight, as it appears digitally next to that person's head. Positive social interactions have become a valuable commodity. If you're polite to people, they reward you with a 5-star rating, which could translate into a qualification to receive the best services and greater opportunities, including, as Lacey discovers, discounts on properties in the prestigious Pelican Cove. The episode brilliantly depicts a world in which hollow politeness and friendly personas open doors. As a result of these fraudulent social devices, the number of authentic, meaningful interactions has shrunk. Those who wish to get ahead strategically cease to offer opinions that could be offensive or unpopular among their peers. Self-censorship has become a standard social policy, and healthy arguments have been relegated to the past and replaced by vacuous chit-chat. In addition to controversy and debate, another casualty of the established policy of politeness is humour. Throughout the episode, genuinely funny jokes or observations offered by characters are difficult to find, while family-friendly, inoffensive quips are certainly present. Likewise, authentic laughter is scarce, yet the episode's characters are willing to provide mechanical, inauthentic chuckles for the purpose of maintaining fraudulent rapport. The opening scene goes as far as to provide a harrowing insight into the artificiality of Lacey's interactions by showing her practicing her laugh in front of the bathroom mirror. Such falseness, so few meaningful, genuine interactions, symptoms of an unhealthy system at work, a system which has been embraced by its participants purely out of a collective awareness that failure to do so would be detrimental to their ranking within society and, by extension, their own personal gains. Through the discouragement of conflict and the rewarding of subservience and participation, those responsible for Nosedive's digitalized ranking system have mastered a means of managing the populace. And while rewards may range from nice apartments to healthcare qualification, the established system has not only narrowed the parameters of discussion among the citizens, it has also disabled something that helps define them as a people: their sense of humour. Humour truly is a wonderful thing. Wine for the soul, as Sean O'Casey put it. It is untamable. It cares nothing for personas or politeness, and no attempt to dictate its taste will be successful. An authentic burst of laughter is one of the greatest pleasures in life. Tragically, in Nosedive, characters' capacity for humour have been neutralized through starvation, as there is a mass disinclination to cause offence through unwelcomed, edgy jokes. Nosedive's zeitgeist should be familiar to all of us who have decided against posting a comment on social media or held our tongues when we've thought of something funny to say out of fear of a potential backlash. We are living in less funny and less easygoing times in which thin-skinned citizens dictate our behaviour. Several high-profile comedians, including Jerry Seinfeld, now refuse to perform at American colleges due to the hypersensitivity of the modern student. Comedy television shows of today are recognizably less edgy and more politically correct, as the fear of negative public responses and Ofcom complaints has taken a stranglehold on broadcasters. Mirroring the interaction of the characters in Nosedive, what we are now fed through the majority of televised comedy is certainly polite and inoffensive, but far less authentic and genuinely funny. Nosedive ends with a fantastic scene in which Lacey meets a stranger and, having both grown tired of the current system of politeness, the pair let off steam by engaging in a much-needed and highly therapeutic barrage of criticism and insults. Not only was this exchange healthy for the pair, but also hilarious. Genuine laughter was ignited, the kind that one would imagine neither character had experienced in a long time. Having dropped their protective, polite facades and turned their backs on the policy of self-censorship, the characters were able to exercise their sense of humour. A genuine smile etches its way across Lacey's face, her humanity in recovery. This leads me to my proposal. It is vital that we not only begin to speak more honestly and criticize people and ideas that we believe are deserving of criticism, but that we also begin to use insults and allow ourselves to laugh at things that others may not appreciate us laughing at. There will never be one correct code of humour that will resonate with all people. Senses of humour admittedly divide us as well as unite us, and when a system is put in place to dictate acceptable humour, we get unfunny jokes and empty laughter, much like those present throughout Nosedive. The sense of humour feeds on things that are close to the knuckle, things that are not totally socially acceptable or completely polite. Insults are not only beneficial in enabling one to get a grip on a person's character, they also provide us with the necessary catalyst for that most genuine of human responses, laughter. If today's climate of hypersensitivity and self-censorship had been in place during the days of Shakespeare, it is unlikely that the great bard's collection of work would have been flavoured with the hilarious insults and quips that are present throughout his writing. What a tragedy it would be if quips such as "you peasant swine, you wholesome malt-horse drudge," and "the rankest compound of villainous smell that ever offended nostril" had never materialized on Shakespeare's parchment due to fear of the upset or discomfort they could cause. Granted, Jerry Seinfeld may not be Shakespeare, but it is important to consider what great jokes are now going untold. It is accepted among the scientific community that laughter releases endorphins, the brain's feel-good chemicals. By expansion, being deprived of the catalyst for laughter is detrimental to our mental well-being. Therefore, it is vital that we do not overreact when we hear jokes that we disapprove of and launch campaigns for punishments against those whom we deem to be guilty of telling inappropriate jokes. Doing so only encourages self-censorship and a dilution in the standard of comedy, thereby depriving a person of the necessary catalyst for genuine laughter. In times of misery and hardship, one of our greatest weapons is laughter. We are entitled to exercise our right to laugh and, just as Lacey Pound did, openly criticize and, if necessary, level insults at each other. Collectively, we must lighten up a little and recognize the value of edgy comedy and inappropriate jokes. It is time that we put our creativity to use by producing original and humorous insults and using them without fear of unjust penalties or overreaction. It is time that we treated ourselves once more to the sweet taste of laughter, that enriching wine for the soul.
You dirt-eating piece of slime! You scum-sucking pig! You son of a motherless goat!